starting with Lexington, and of course a look in that midfield.
Yeah, and McGuire right now playing up top for Amanda Allen, who's not in the lineup at all tonight.
For Brooklyn, an incredible run of form that they've been on coming into this game. 4 wins on the bounce, but they do make a goalkeeping change tonight. Very close game throughout, but Brooklyn, that fortress that they're building in New York, they've continued to do well at home. They won it by 1-0, and the rematch is underway with Lexington in green going from right to left here on Peacock. Here's Purcell, another player who we weren't necessarily expecting to see tonight, but she fields her position well. And Lexington from the throw, work it quickly with Mackin. Oh, and she hits the post. Goodness gracious.
What a strike.
This near finish by Mackin.
I mean, just bending, just a knuckleball. Maybe that's a little bit to do with the ball and the cold as well, because
only Sydney Shepard and Maddie Parsons have that many or more for Lexington in the Super League to this point in the season. But it's Brooklyn bringing it forward here. This is Mackenzie George. George goes for goal and finds it. That is a magnificent finish from Mackenzie George. It's her 3rd Super League goal of the season. And Brooklyn jumps out in front here in Kentucky. A 5th goal contribution of the season. She did have the option to pass, but my goodness, what a shot.
And that's tough as a...
And Lexington have a short field to work with on this near side. Richardson for Winter. Could open up here for Claire Winter. She will let it go. Oh, and it was bending back towards that far stick.
Designed. Supposed to be a short ball, and then I think another player was supposed to run off of it for a shorter 1-2.
Garziano still able to lead Brooklyn forward here. Able to elude Winter, and then a long distance shot hits the top of the frame. Cox still has work to do and is able to corral it. Wow! Moyer out to the far side to find Young Shin. And Shin had the right idea, tried to bend it forward, but into traffic. Winter picks up the pieces here and is able to find Richardson. Richardson will shoot. And Purcell makes a pretty comfortable stop. Again, we have hinted at the table, at least the top half. At the bottom of the table, and Lexington would still be sitting on 9 points. They'd get a little bit of help from Fort Lauderdale. Spokane would still be within touching distance at the bottom of the table if Fort Lauderdale United can hold on to their result. There's still time for Lexington here at the end of the half. And a shot does come in, but Purcell is able to read it and make the catch. Pressure from Winter, and that will end the half here in Lexington. Mackenzie George with a marvelous finish has put Brooklyn ahead as they look to make it 5 wins on the bounce. Been more of a point of emphasis recently is delaying the restarts. Early ball in by Gravias. Oh, Garziano is going to find the back of the net for Brooklyn. Well, she only needed a touch to slide it past Cox and double Brooklyn's delight here in Kentucky. It's Garziano's 4th goal of the season, and Brooklyn has a 2-0 lead.
We've talked about the different goal scorers that Brooklyn has, and Jess Garziano, just another one of these. What a great ball in. She's so shifty. She can play with her left foot or her right foot. Right there, just able to get that little touch and get it by Cox.
Well, those 4 goals now for Garziano, joint team leader for Brooklyn. And as we approach the hour mark, the league leader spent time with family members and things like that as well, as Brooklyn will make a double change here.
Substitutions for Brooklyn FC.
Dana Scheriff and Hope Breslin are both going to come on.
8.
And they haven't had time to go home and see families or whatnot. Again, this is a job. This is women's professional soccer.
Long distance shot there is going to be held by the goalkeeper, Sarah Cox, on the attempt by Scheriff, who just came in and wants to get warm. Scheriff has also scored a pair of Super League goals so far this season for Brooklyn. Garziano and company continuing to put the pressure. Brooklyn have kind of gone away from those short corners that we saw earlier. They go back to it here. And it's clipped into the penalty area, and Cox has to parry it over the top, and it's out for another corner.
Brooklyn doing a good job just being the first ones to it. Any of those air balls, they've come up and won them.
Lexington win the ball back as we enter the final minute. Oh, and it's a takeaway here. Brooklyn will slide in behind, a chance to put the cherry on top. Dana Scheriff seals all 3 Brooklyn points in Kentucky tonight. It's her 3rd Super League goal. It's Brooklyn's 3rd goal tonight. And Brooklyn FC will be 5 points clear at the top of the USL Super League table after a superb performance tonight.
Just another Brooklyn goal scorer, another offensive threat, and this time it comes from playing defense, like taking candy from a baby. She's off and into the races, one-on-one. Lexington exactly where they'd want to go, and it's not the forwards that are winning the ball. It's the midfielders, and they've been taking advantage on those counterattacks.
5-star performance from Jess Silva's side tonight. They win it by 3 goals to 0.